All right, everybody, welcome to the wacky, wild, and wonderful world of Geisha Monroe. Today on the show, we are interviewing the beautiful, the wonderful Miss Shae BBW. We're asking her questions, basic questions about how she feels about camming and how she feels about life in general. So we're just going to go ahead and get started. So, Shae, what motivates you to work hard?
My fans. I really like making people happy and having fans and knowing that I'm doing something that they enjoy really motivates me to work.
That is a really, really good answer. I like that. So, what is your favorite thing about being a camgirl?
I really like being desired. And again, I like making others happy. So whether that's a weird fetish, that's something that maybe somebody has put them down for, or maybe it's kind of been a secret all their life, I like being able to cater to those things, so that people can kind of explore their sexuality and know that there is at least one person, and I know you guys too, that's not going to make fun of them or laugh at them, but that they can explore that with. So I really, really like making others happy.
I'm jealous of your answer. What is your biggest complaint about your job?
I would say that people that think it's really easy to be a cowgirl. People that think that you just turn on your camera and you just sit there and people just throw money at you. There are a few girls like that, but, maybe one or two a year, and we all know who they are and we all secretly hate them. But that really just bothers me that people don't realize. They're like, oh, you masturbate for a living. Yes, I do, but there's a whole lot that goes into it. For every hour that I'm on cam, there's at least an hour or 2 hours that are put into it, whether it's coming up with prizes or games or lighting or learning about makeup and all other kinds of things. Also, obviously, I hate beggars, and I really hate people that watch your cam all damn night and don't talk or tip.
Fucking, really, I really like your answers. People also don't realize that when you really think about it, we probably make about maybe a little higher than minimum wage an hour with all the effort we put into our jobs.
It is very, very true.
What is your proudest accomplishment?
This one actually doesn't have anything to do with camming, but whenever I was in college, I was for those that don't know, I am bisexual. And
air quotes.
And I actually was president of our LGBT club, and I organized 20 individuals, including myself, and we drove all the way to Washington, D.C., and we marched on Washington, and I had a big sign that said I, and then a heart, and it had 2 scissors. So I actually have a photo of me standing in front of the White House with an I heart scissoring sign. So I would have to say that's my favorite photo and my biggest accomplishment.
I think we all need to see a photo of that.
I will send it to you guys for sure.
If you could choose to do anything for a day, what would it be?
I would go to Disney World or Disneyland with my wife. We are both huge fans of Disney, Pixar, any sort of kids movie, and we would just eat that up.
Oh, please go with me to Disneyland, Shae, please.
Let's do it.
What would you sing at karaoke night?
Not a lot of people may not know this, but I'm a huge fan of drag queens, and my favorite drag queen is Willem Belly, and he sings a whole bunch of really funny songs. So instead of "This Girl Is on Fire," he sings "This Boy Is a Bottom," and instead of "I Love You," what is that song? I don't even know what the real lyrics are. Is it "I Love You Like a Love Song, Baby"?
Yes.
Okay. So the normal song is "I Love You Like a Love Song, Baby," but he sings "I Love You Like a Big Schlong, Baby." So I would definitely sing one of the Willem Belly songs.
That is fucking amazing. If you could only eat one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Meatloaf, green beans, fried potatoes, biscuits, and iced tea.
Oh my god. Your answers are so much better than mine. Mine's like so boring.
Not at all.
I didn't, it was one meal and I totally picked like one food item because I'm fucking 6. Alright, I suck.
I'm also a BBW, so I like to put a lot of thought and effort into food.
Well, I would have said oysters too, but I just said macaroni and cheese because those two things, most people would be like, ew, at the same time. But I'm like, yes, please. So there you go. I fucked up. So would you rather win the lottery or work at the perfect job, and why?
I would rather work at the perfect job because I like the idea of working towards something, but I would definitely want the job to be on my own time. I wouldn't want a schedule. So if I could find I guess that would be the perfect job.
Mm-hmm.
But so definitely the perfect job because I like the idea of working, not necessarily like quote unquote working, but working at something that you enjoy and getting something back for it.
I love it. Who would you want to be stranded on a deserted island with?
This is a total like sappy answer, but I have to say my wife. I know.
Well, why? I mean, obvious reasons aside, why?
Well, she's got great boobs. No, but she's always fun to have conversations with, and we like a lot of the same things, and the sex is great. So I would definitely say her.
If you could go back in time, what year would you travel to?
I would say the 60s and the 70s. I have always thought that I was born in the wrong generation, so to speak. Somebody called me a hippie once, and I only wish I was that cool.
What are your hobbies?
I really like surfing the web. I love Netflix. Yeah, if you can really say that's a hobby, I'm going to say it's a hobby. I like crocheting. I like smoking. I like watching porn. I like drawing, Zentangle. If anybody knows what that is, it's kind of like professional doodling. I love to do that.
What are 5 things you could not live without?
Number 1 would be ice. I love ice. We have 2 ice makers in our house, one in the freezer and one standalone. I eat ice all goddamn day. I could not live without it. A good internet connection. Anytime we go to a hotel or whatever, that's always the number 1 thing. That's how we rate hotels. We don't care about the bed. We want to know how the Wi-Fi connection is. Naps. I love to take naps. I take a nap every day. Technically, I'm a diapastic sleeper, which means I sleep twice a day for like 4 or 5 hours at a time. So naps. Sex. I couldn't live without sex. And I couldn't live without Disney and Pixar movies.
List 2 pet peeves.
My number 1 pet peeve is when clocks are in the same room and they're like a minute or 2 off from each other. That fucking drives me nuts. I will literally sit there for 5 minutes and count down the exact time so that they switch at that same moment. It just drives me insane. And my second pet peeve is when people break promises.
If you were a superhero, what powers would you have?
Number 1, invisibility. Reason? I'm a pervert. No lie. I would jump into the nearest girls' gym room that I could find. Also, I would love to be able to go places that normally I wouldn't be able to go. You know, the White House or maybe a secret society or something like that. I just like the idea of being able to go places maybe I wouldn't be allowed to go.
And your second? Oh, that's just one? That's it?
Yeah, just one.
Damn.
I'll save all of it for that one.
If you could share a meal with any four individuals, living or dead, who would they be?
John Lennon, who is my hero. I absolutely love John Lennon. He's been my hero for years and years and years. Willem Belly, who we talked about earlier, the drag queen.
Hey, I follow it. I follow him on Instagram. It's cool.
I'm in love with him. Lady Gaga. I think that she is extremely interesting, and I would love to pick her brain and bend her over the table. But maybe not while the fourth person is there. My mom, who is not with us anymore, I would love to have a meal with her again. And she would love to be there with those three people too. So.
I love it. What is your favorite type of foreign food?
I love Mediterranean. I love gyros. I love falafels, hummus, all that good stuff.
Delightful. What is your favorite movie?
What Dreams May Come. And if you haven't seen it, it's about Robin Williams. And he dies. It's just a depressing, sappy movie. He dies, his kids die, and so then his wife commits suicide. And, thanks for being uplifting, Shay. Well, his wife ends up going to hell while the other family members go to heaven. And so Robin Williams actually decides to go to hell to bring her back. And right in the feels every time.
I've never seen it, and so now I feel like I need to see it.
It's a tearjerker, and it's excellent. I actually have the movie poster in my room.
I've seen it. I've seen the poster. I'm here. I'm looking at it right now. Do you collect anything?
I collect dragonflies, and I collect anything that is Harry Potter, especially anything that's Hufflepuff.
Oh, I love you. If you were the ruler of your own country, what is the first law you would introduce?
Making prostitution legal and regulated.
Great fucking answer. Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
On a yacht. No, I'm just kidding. No, hopefully either in porn or with my own porn company.
If you could be anyone for a day, who would it be and why?
Luna Lovegood from Harry Potter. She is my favorite character. She's absolutely batshit, and I love her so much. I would love to be in her brain, and I would love to be in Hogwarts.
You are a total Hogwarts nerd, and I love it.
I love Harry Potter.
If you could go to any school tuition free, where would you go and what would you study?
I would go to MIT for mathematics.
Wow, you are a smarty pants, aren't you?
Straight out of college, I actually was a chemistry major. I was accepted into Caltech, which is the best college for chemistry in the nation. Unfortunately, my mom was about to pass away, so I had to go to a local school. And by the time she had passed away, I wasn't able to switch in time. And so I would love to go to MIT and study math.
I love you, smarty pants. Final question, and this is a very serial question. I hope you're ready for it. I hope you got your pants off for this one. If you could have any sex toy, what would it be?
I would want a male and a female love doll.
I am so jealous of your answer.
Not like necessarily one of the creepy ones, but I would love a good like fake dude that I could ride and some fake titties. I could just.
I want whole real creepy sex dolls to hang out with. Fuck you for that answer. It's amazing. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Shae. If anybody else has any more questions for Shae or any of the other girls on this site, you can send all of your questions to camgirlrealworld@gmail.com. Once again, thank you guys so much for joining us. We look forward